Right now at 10, the first same-sex marriages are in the books in the Valley. We break down a decision that allowed these couples to say, I do. Plus,
the more we go down this sewer of immorality, the further we're going to drive God away.
not everyone is pleased with the move. Why opponents of same-sex marriage are concerned about today's developments. And tracking the Ebola outbreak, the ideas some people have to contain the deadly virus.
This is the Valley's Fox 10 o'clock news, powered by WHSV.
An historic day in Virginia. The first same-sex wedding in Rockingham County is complete tonight. The ceremony wrapped up just hours ago, and our cameras were rolling as it took place. Hi, everybody. I'm Channing Frampton. Allison Bruner is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. Now, in our top story, a decision we've been talking about all day. Same-sex marriage now legal in Virginia. This is the first couple in Rockingham County to take advantage of the new law. Jesse Isbell and Shannon Wheeler Farmer both had been waiting for a while to wed. They didn't waste a minute after the Supreme Court ruling came down earlier today, and they were at the Harrisonburg Circuit Court to get married at 6 p.m.
It was amazing, and to be able to share it with people today, that it was completely unplanned anyway, so that a lot of people showed up and supported us, and I get to finally share my life with her. It's amazing.
While same-sex couples are tying the knot in Rockingham County, people in Stanton took to the streets to celebrate this historic day. WHSV's Kyrie Stewart tells us about one couple who was part of the original lawsuit to bring marriage equality to Virginia, which was filed right here in Harrisonburg.
Screams of joy filled the yard in front of the Augusta County Courthouse, celebrating the legalization of same-sex marriage in Virginia.
We feel great. We're really excited, and this is an awesome day in history. And it's important for us to be treated equally and not as if we're second-class citizens.
Joanne Harris and Jessica Duff have been waiting 13 years for this day. They live in Stanton and have a 5-year-old son. Today, they applied for their marriage license.
We were crying and screaming, praying a lot. We were really happy. And we were elated.
Yeah. The High Court decided Monday not to hear a series of appeal cases on same-sex marriage. That means couples can come to smaller courts like this one here in Stanton and finally tie the knot.
These marriages already existed or will exist. What's happened here is Virginia is recognizing it.
Rosalind Collins planned this celebration. She says this is a move toward equal rights for everyone.
It's yet another step forward in freedom, in fairness, in recognizing the respect and dignity of every person.
As they hug and celebrate this historic moment in history, they're glad they can finally have the same rights as other couples.
This is a stepping stone for other couples throughout the country to be able to be married and to be treated equally and to have the freedom of equal rights.
A marriage they plan to cherish forever. In Stanton, Kyrie Stewart, WHSV.
And you heard her talking about the rest of the country. Just to give you some perspective, Virginia is one of 30 states, plus Washington, D.C., where marriage equality is coming into play. You can also see all of the states where it is legal right now across the country, plus some of the states where it's already on the way. This includes Indiana, Utah, Oklahoma, and Virginia. And it could also lead to the legalization of Colorado and Wyoming, as well as West Virginia and North and South Carolina in the months ahead. Now, despite the shift in law, many are still against the changes being made. Actually, Brad Huddleston is the author and minister. He thinks that marriage should be between a man and a woman and thinks the majority of Virginians feel that way. He says he's not shocked by today's move, but it does concern him.
I take a position on this because God does. God clearly defines marriage as between one man and one woman. And he calls it homosexuality an abomination, and it will be judged. So I take God's position on this. And several groups, such as the Family Foundation of Virginia, have also expressed their disappointment with the Supreme Court's move. It's a story you've been sharing your thoughts on through social media with us. Daryl Newland writes, well, I believe in the Bible and believe in God. That being said, it's not our place to judge what choices people make. If you're a true Christian, you'll let people do what they will and just pray for them. Meanwhile, Jill Bates shares, once upon a time, people were against women voting and believed odd, dangerous mixed
mixes of chemicals were cures. Then they progressed and got a little education. Salute, Virginia. And of course, we're still taking your comments with this story. Join the conversation on social media. Just search for WHSV TV3 on Facebook and click like or follow us on Twitter at WHSV News.